Greetings, internetizens. This is Elmerthien playing Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. In the last episode, the alleged victim, Olivia Aldente, finally took the stand. It came out that Espella probably didn't hit her. And now we're trying to figure out those badgers. There are at least two involved in whatever happened. Something was definitely ripped off this plushie. But it wasn't its leg, it was the tag. You noticed it too, didn't you, Miss Aldente? If this is the stuffed animal that Miss Cantabella was holding when you found her, then why is the tag still on it? Yeah! Hey, you tasteless looking persecutor over there. Yes? What's this about the tag? You didn't tell me anything about that. If you please calm down. It's no use blaming the persecutor. He didn't even know this tag existed. Witness, I had not been informed of such evidence. If you had this in your possession, why didn't you hand it in to the police? Sorry, Mr. Persecutor, I am an expert at what I do. And my expert advice to myself was that I'd better keep this as my secret weapon. You need a change of job. You need to be a model for a toothpaste company advertising department. So I waited for the right moment to single-handedly settle this trial. For better or for worse, this tag's existence has only recently come to light. Neither the persecution nor you, Your Honor, knew about it before this trial. Agua! But then, why is there a tag on this toy? How come this toy has a tag? The answer is simple. There is a tag on this stuffed animal because... What? And she ripped its leg off? What? Do some fakery? Well, most likely. Miss Aldente took a different plushie by mistake. What's that? She took a different one? The toys all look the same, so she ended up picking the wrong one. How can you claim she would make such a mistake? The toy is missing a leg. What you said was so ludicrous that I raised an objection for no reason. How about we hang a useless attorney tag on your neck, darling? Hey, great. Let's all play gang up on Phoenix, guys. Mr. Wright, I'll ask again, and you had better get it right this time. There is only one possibility. Miss Aldente, before handing the plushie to the police, you swapped it for another. Swapped it, yeah. Yeah. Listen to yourself. Why would I even do something like that? Ridicolo. And that's right. The tag must be a fake. A fake? Why would you think that? The chocolate flake must be trying to flame me. That's what it is. Mr. Smiles has no motive to do something like that. No motive? It doesn't require much thinking to come up with one. He wanted attention. Yes, what he said. The guard lied to show off. That's all there is to it. Did Johnny produce bogus evidence to draw attention to himself? Chocolate fingers? I'm not sure. It's an interesting theory, but it's impossible. And how do you know? You! I'll dice you like an onion. Anyway, was Mr. Smiles lying? There's an easy way to find out. What? How do you plan to check it? By checking the fingerprints, of course. Fingerprints? Ah! According to Mr. Smiles' testimony, when he seized Miss Cantabella, she was holding the tag in her hand. Her fingers, not his. Therefore, her fingerprints should still be on the tag. Yeah. Bailiff, have this evidence investigated immediately. That was awesome, Nick. We've almost got her now. Mr. Flinch, I have a question for you. What is it? When you searched the crime scene, did you find the toy without a tag? Well, Mr. Flinch, did you? No, considering the circumstances, it did not seem necessary to investigate quite so thoroughly. But at the very least I can tell you that all the toys in the crate had tags on. Excuse me, Your Honor. What is it, Mr. Wright? It appears no stuffed animal was found without a tag, which means that it may still be hidden at the crime scene. Ah! Your Honor, the defense requests that the ship be searched thoroughly this time. Send the forensics team there immediately. You're requesting another search? What? Surely you can't be serious. Whether the toy was swapped or not, it doesn't matter in the least. They are all the same. Any of them will do just fine. What about... right, fingerprints. There might be fingerprints on the head. That is exactly why it's important. All these plushies are the same. There's no need to swap one for another. And yet... why is the witness getting so worked up about it? That's just... I had a feeling that there was something odd about this case. A stolen stuffed animal, and an assault connected to it. There had to be more to it. There had to be another crime under the surface. Underwater crimes. Pirates in a submarine. Perhaps shaped like a monster. Oh wait, that sounds too much like Team Rocket. This is it. What should I do? Investigate that ship. Knowledge is power. Your Honor, the defense insists on a search. Should a plushie without a tag be found on the ship, then there's a strong possibility that this case will be resolved. The prosecution does not acknowledge the need for... That's a big hostage. A lot of meat. You could feed the whole courtroom with that fish. A witness? Miss Aldente, why did you swap the stuffed animal? And why are you so afraid of having the ship searched? Are you hiding an evil lab in there? PC Badge holds all the answers. I say, Mr. Wright, could it be that you already know the reason behind the swap? Of course, I don't have any definitive proof, but I'm the master of bluffing. When it comes to pointing out a possibility, I might have something. Very well then. Let's see some evidence. Do you have any evidence that would explain why Miss Aldente is against the search? Well, they mentioned there being another crime. This is the only thing that points to another crime. There is a certain article in this newspaper. Elusive jewel thieves are at large in London. Scotland Yard on red alert. Oh, that robbery. I have heard about it, of course. A group of thieves robbed a jewelry shop and made away with about 50 pieces of jewelry. Many extremely valuable stones were stolen as well. Scotland Yard's under great pressure to find them. I just said a random idea. What if... No. I don't think that ghost is gonna be committing crimes anymore. All packages sent out from London are being scrutinized by the police. If that person's father is who some fans theorize him to be, aka second case big bad guy. No. They might have some connection in London. Yeah. All packages sent out from London are being scrutinized by the police. And what does this have to do with our case? Nothing. As I said, Phoenix has dealt with a jewel thief before, and some people believe that this thief had a certain rich guy from the series as a father. I beg to differ. The jewel theft took place in London, and that's where our freighter picked up its cargo. It's a big city. London? It can't be. Witness? That night you discovered the defendant in the cargo hold. He was holding one of the plushies. You knew you had to get it back. You had to get it back at all costs. But why go so far for a mere plushie? There is only one possible reason. You couldn't afford to have the police discover what was inside of it. That was a sweet dodge for a fish on land. We have just received a report from the team investigating the crime scene. This toy was hidden between a storage unit and a pipe. Ha! The toy has been cut open and the contents examined. And this was found inside. A pink diamond worth approximately 100,000 pounds. Not to be confused with a rose quartz. We have also received a report from the crime lab. The defendant's fingerprints have been found on the tag. Do you have anything to say, Miss Aldente? But who was Bonk? Maybe it was a witch or something. That was one hard fish slap. Or is she allergic? I lost it, didn't I? So you are a... Yeah, I'm one of them. I'm one of the jewel thieves. My role was to get the loot out of London. The police never checked the regular shipments from that workshop. We decided to take advantage of that blind spot. Indeed, the regular direct delivery service has been overlooked by the police. Possibly because that workshop produces the very mascots representing the police. The other crew had nothing to do with it. I used their ship, that's all. It was you who hid the jewels inside the plushies. There was one jewel in each toy. I was carrying them away one by one. The defendant happened to pick one of those toys up. I had my arm stand still when I saw that girl in the cargo hold. Whenever I was free, I stood guard in front of that room, and yet she got in somehow. So there she was, in the room with the hidden loot, one of the toys in her hand. So, how did Espella get in there? I don't know if she was trying to steal the toy or what, but I just had to get it back from her, no matter the cost. And I ended in a different toy. I made it look like it was slipped in the flight. It would have been over for me if the police had found any of the jewels. Just a bunch of anime people making ellipses at each other. But wait! Who was it in the end? Who hit Olivia? Oh, I almost forgot about that.
At first, I thought it must have been that little girl that hit me. But now I don't know.
You don't know?
No one else was supposed to be in that room. But what if there was someone in the shadows?
A robot bird witch.
Some mischievous person hidden in the darkness.
Darklaw. No. Darklaw doesn't seem like the type to hit someone with a pipe or another blunt instrument. This was a most unusual case. It cannot be said that all mysteries have been resolved, but it has become clear that Miss Cantabella is innocent. Well then, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? It would seem that I owe you thanks for helping us see the truth. No need to thank me, Your Honor. I was just doing my job, like I always do. Is that really the smartest thing you could come up with? And Mr. Flinch. Yes, Your Honor. This trial was part of the Legal League of Attorneys exchange program, wasn't it? May this trial serve as a lesson for you too. Is that understood? Jittery little squirrel man. Ahem. Well then. The court has reached its verdict. I pronounce the defendant Espella Cantabella confetti. Why do they have confetti in courtrooms? And now I can't even blame it on Gumshoe. Congratulations, you did it, Nick. Yeah, thanks. I guess I should be happy. But Darklaw's cold gaze is staring daggers through me. Thank you, Mr. Wright. You are better than I thought. Had I known earlier, I would have asked you to prove Espella innocent from the very start. I'm glad you're happy about the verdict. Espella, come and thank Mr. Wright. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Glad I could help. Hey, Espella! What's that big book you've got there? Oh, please forgive her. She's a bit shy, you see. She's very fond of books. At any rate, now Espella can return to her peaceful life at our boarding school. And it's all thanks to your hard work, Mr. Wright. Now please excuse us. We have some formalities to attend to. Some dark cult rituals? Oh, yes, of course. Mr. Wright, you were truly outstanding in that courtroom today. Farewell. Phew, it's finally over. You know, something's still bothering me about this case. The person who hit Olivia? Where did they go? That's true. We don't know who actually assaulted Olivia. If it wasn't Espella, there must have been another person at the crime scene. But neither Olivia nor Johnny saw anyone else. The room was dark, save for the emergency light. I'm sure someone hid in the shadows. And Johnny was wearing sunglasses. I'm amazed he saw anything at all. He missed all those clues, so it's not much of a stretch to imagine he missed the perpetrator too. But that's for someone else's case. We're just on an exchange here. how about we head back now? Okay, let's go check out Tower Bridge while we still have some daylight left.
Oh,
What is it, Maya?
there, on the couch. Isn't that Estella's book?
We should investigate it. It might be evidence for a later
Book
case.
she was holding. We should return it to her. Hey, Nick, let's see what kind of stuff Estella likes to read.
Just quit it, Maya.
Labyrinthia, huh?
Alright, it's magic.
Maya, look.
Well, this is interesting.
Hey, Nick, look, that's us, isn't it?
Oh. Just one big series of puzzles. Oh, we're finally investigating the town, aren't we? Look. Wake up, my boy. Professor? Good. I'm glad to see you're awake. Yeah, glad to be back. Are you feeling alright? Yeah, I'm fine. A bit drowsy though. I guess I just fell asleep all of a sudden. Ah! Wait, now I remember. Professor, what happened with the witches? And where exactly are we? Well, look, I've only just woken up myself. We've been here in this horse-drawn wagon since I awoke. How did we end up asleep in a wagon? That is something we must now find out. First of all, where are we? And secondly, where are we being taken? There's another passenger over there. Let's start by asking her. Good thinking, Professor. We're in the woods. Can't be London. Too big for a park. Tasty veggies. Can't talk to the driver yet. Excuse me, but I wonder if you could tell us where this wagon is heading. Where it's heading? That really is a meaningless question. It goes without saying, since there's only one place we could possibly be heading. What? I'm not sure I entirely follow. What do you mean by one place? If you really want to know, why don't you ask the wagon driver? Although, whether you ask or not, we'll be arriving at our destination soon anyway. If that's the case, surely it wouldn't hurt to just tell us. Look, let's take her advice. We may have better luck with the driver. All right, if you say so. So you finally woke up, did you? I was wondering what to do with you both. I was starting to think you'd never wake up. Excuse me, but where is it we're going? Me, oh my. You didn't get this wagon without knowing where it's headed, did you? Well, in truth, we only just became aware that we were in here. Until just a moment ago, we were at Tower Bridge in London. I'm afraid we have no recollection of having boarded this wagon. You certainly say the strangest things. You're both still half asleep, aren't you? My attempt at an eager voice might be onto something. Half asleep? Of course not. As far as I remember, you've both been in this wagon from the very start. There's no way that's right. And besides... Now, don't get so worked up, Sonny. You'll upset the other passengers. I know nothing about the two of you except from what I've seen. My job is just to carry my passengers to the town. A town, you say? Well, looky here. It's just come into sight. Why not take a peek out? Wow. Did we just get isekai'd into a fantasy world? Captain, all present and accounted for, sir. Ahem! I want you to keep it in mind, man, that the peace of this town is in your hands. Never forget that no matter what happens, the people look to you to keep the peace. We proud knights of the order will always protect the people. Yes, sir, for honor and glory. Captain! What can I do for you, my little ones? I want to join the Order of Knights and patrol the streets like you. That's an upstanding ambition, lad. Perhaps when you're a little bigger. This might be something weirder than a cult. Yes, sir. I'll do my very best to grow up as soon as I can, sir. I like your spirit, young man. Be seeing you. Oh, you look so pleased with yourself. You don't really think a weakling like you could join the Order of Knights, do you? Hey, that's not a nice thing to say. Every boy wants to be a knight. Oh, what can we do for one as sweet as you? This Bartley bard called Bardley. Could you sing me a little song? Something romantic to melt my heart? Oh, fair maiden, the pleasure is mine, a worthy song for a love such as thine. Oh, the love in your heart and the love in your head is full and warm like freshly baked bread. Sweet. Professor, look at those people over there. They're all wearing period costumes. I've never seen that in London. You're right, look. This town would appear to resemble the one we saw pictured in that book. Although I'm somewhat puzzled as to how we have ended up here. There is nothing strange about any of this. Purple hair, I think. Her hair is purple. I think it might be dark claw. Ah, you're the passenger from the wagon. The fact that we are here now is a predetermined turn of events. What do you mean? We were just brought here from outside. This outside of which you speak, just what exactly are you referring to? Huh? Well, I mean London, of course. There is no such place, nor is there any such thing as an outside. Not here, not in Labyrinthia. Oh, Labyrinthia? What? You mean this is really Labyrinthia? Even so, that doesn't mean that London doesn't exist. If we went back the way we came, we'd be bound to come across it eventually. If you don't believe me, then why don't you take a look with your own eyes? The gate is gone. Ah, Professor, the gate is gone! What? The gate we came through was right behind us, wasn't it? Yes, it certainly was there. So, if that's the case, why does no one around here seem surprised? Seeing such a big gate disappear like that? Hey, where did she go? This is most perplexing. What's going on here? If this really is Labyrinthia, then could it be that we have somehow ended up inside that book? You mean the book Espella was showing us, don't you? The Historia Labyrinthia. That's right, look. Do you recall what happened to us at Tower Bridge? Well, I remember when that book started glowing, but after that I'm totally blank. Professor, you don't think we've somehow been pulled inside that book, do you? It's a bit early to be drawing conclusions just yet, my boy. There are quite a few people around here. Let's start off by asking a few questions. Oh, selling equipment at a little stall. Where are the sparkles? Are there no sparkles in this place? More tasty veggies? You finished patrolling this area then? Yes, sir. Nothing to report at present, sir. We must be even more on our guard than usual today. Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, Captain. Yes? I don't mean to alarm you, but there appears to be a couple of unusual characters approaching our vicinity, sir. Characters, eh? What is this medium awareness? What? Oh, there you two. What business do you have with the Order of Knights? Oh, well, we just wanted to ask a few questions about this area. About the Order of Knights. Are you really a real knight? I mean, Terry Pratchett was a real knight. What's that? You're not poking fun at the Order of Knights, are you? That was certainly not our intention. We were merely noting that your appearance is somewhat unusual. You're saying we're unusual, are you? Well, that's an unusual thing to say. We usually patrol Labyrinthia, doing our usual duty of keeping the usual order. Tell me, what's unusual about that? If anyone's unusual here, it's you two. Oh, he's got an owl mask. It's like that little owl face that was on the coat of arms on the book, I think. And I find it quite unusual that I've never seen either of you characters before. Which part of the town are you from? We just came here in the back of a wagon through the gate over there. But then we noticed that the gate had vanished. You didn't see anything, did you? Gate? What gate? But there was a gate. We just came through it from outside. Outside? Well, I've been patient with you two, but nothing you're saying makes a lick of sense. There's nothing but woods out there. Just a lot of procedurally generated forest paths. My apologies. I'm afraid it has been a while since we've been here on the main street. And I seem to remember there having been a gate of some sort around here, while you're in front of one. But, Professor... Look, I think it would be prudent to play along here. There's definitely something fishy about you two. Captain, I don't suppose these two are? No, I doubt it, although they do look and act strangely. Maybe we could test them to see if they really do live here. A test? Yes, that might be a good idea. I know a good way of deciding whether you two are dubious characters or not. What are you going to do? Well, it's very simple. If you really are upstanding members of this community, then you'll be able to solve this. Solve? Solve what? Look, it appears that this town has puzzles similar to those of our own world. What are you mumbling about? Are you ready? Then here we go. Everyone knows that here at the Order we strive for excellence. Ensuring you can properly block any attack with your shield is an integral part of maintaining that reputation. Everyone must be blocking each other. You look like a corner guy. Ho ho ho. No, someone needs to be stabbing. Yeah, this guy is stabbing wrong. This might be it.
Allow me to show you my puzzle-solving skills. That was indeed an intriguing puzzle.
Truly impressive puzzle solving. Of course, any member of our community could solve it, but those who can solve it with this level of insight are few and far between. You are no longer under suspicion, although I must advise you to speak and act with more caution henceforth. Today being a special day, we are on an even higher level of alert than usual. It seems a bit touch and go for a moment, but I think we've convinced him. Not only that, but it seems that puzzles are a familiar concept here. Which means that if we run into trouble, we should be able to overcome it through our usual puzzle solving approach. That's good to know. That puzzle was a bit different to what we are used to, though. It seemed to be a puzzle rather unique to this town, and all the more worth solving for it, wouldn't you say, Luke? Too right, Professor. So what's our next step? Well, my boy, first and foremost, I suggest we take a look around and investigate this town of Labyrinthia. Alright, let's do that. But where should we start? We know next to nothing about this town. That's true, Luke. Although if you recall, we do know somebody who has been here before us. Ah, you mean Carmine, right? Precisely. It appears that Carmine was able to leave this town and return to London. However, it would also appear that he was unaware of how he managed to do so. So you mean Carmine's activities here may be our only clue to getting back? I'm afraid so. First things first, let's see if we can find any signs of his presence here. Right you are, Professor. Let's start investigating. Enjoy yourselves while you can, for you will no doubt soon realize the role you have been chosen to play. Hey, two kids. I said boys dream of being knights. Can girls be knights in this world? Sorry, I've just been thinking about some Pokemon related stuff and some headcanons I have about specifically Galar and the legendaries. I mean, I kind of imagine, I kind of think of the wolves that are the version mascots as being knights. And since Vizacian is considered female and Zamazenta is considered male, yeah, that might influence the culture. I haven't seen you two around here before. Do you know where you're standing? Well, I might be wrong, but I think we're in Labyrinthia. That's not what I mean. You tell him, Cecil. Me? Well, it's just that this is our territory, you see? Your territory? That's right. You two just went and walked right into our territory. Oh, I get it. You mean we walked into the area you always play in, right? Sorry, we didn't realize. Do you mind if we join you here for a while? You heard them. What do you think? I guess it'd be alright. The more the merrier, I say. Fine. Here's what we'll do. If you can solve this puzzle, then you can stick around. It's our initiation test. Ooh. There are 4 dolls atop a music box. Each doll is facing in a different direction. Rotate the dolls. Each button We'll turn two dolls. Rotate the dolls so they all face forward. It seems to turn them all in the same direction. Alright, you. Guessing. Which way is that knight facing? Left. And the princess also left. Well, at least 3 times. I mean, some of them need to be turned at least 3 times. See you.
Don't worry, leave this one to me. As you'd expect from a gentleman in training.
Hey, you're pretty good. That was a piece of cake. After all, solving puzzles is my specialty. Yeah, me too. It would only take me 10 seconds to solve a puzzle like that. Really? I didn't know you solved puzzles. You just keep out of this. Nobody asked you. Anyway, you You're now an official member as promised. From now on, you're number 2. Number 2? Yep, I'm number 1. You should feel proud. As number 2, you can walk around town freely. Not only that, but I'll let you in on a secret. If you check those green flags over there, you'll find something I hid there. Okay, thanks. Somehow, I get the feeling that even if I hadn't become number 2, I could have walked around the town freely. Some generic townspeople? Do you have any more information? Hey, number 2, there's something else you should know. What's that? I've hidden treasure in some other places all over our territory. For example, that flag over there. Ah. Well, maybe I should check the notes. Something happened at Tower Bridge. There was a secret area. Yeah. These two got to England. These are some mixed notes. I got on a wagon and ended up in Labyrinthia. Ooh. It's a pretty dress. Kinda looks like a cake. I didn't even see it sparkle through the water. Very detailed and very corroded. Kitty. Sometimes we even like solving puzzles given by animals. Especially cats, even if they're giant cats. Wait, no, wrong button. Oh, what have we here? A man and a lad, like two lost sheep, it makes me so sad. Wow, are you singing for us? Ah, how fascinating. This man is clearly a minstrel. Minstrel? They were around in the Middle Ages, weren't they? Indeed, in the Middle Ages, minstrels were a kind of professional musician or poet. Although I do find it a little embarrassing to be referred to as a lost sheep. Well, at least it's better than being called a little lost lamb, right, Professor? Little lost lambs, please have no fear. The bard or shepherd is standing right here. Labyrinthine town So your ways are known. I shall give the lambs a map of their very own. You're right, look, I did prefer sheep. But it is most kind of this gentleman to provide us with a map of the town. It is my pleasure, it is my delight. I am only doing what is right. Thank you, minstrel. This map will come in handy. The sheep are happy, the bard is pleased, but sadly that map is a bit of a tease. Huh? What do you mean? Actually, the map I just gave you is all in pieces. What? Connect the roads. That's a central square, right? Very round this town. Well laid out for easier orientation. Right. This thing. Something's wrong. Is this a dead end here? Oh yeah, the houses! Oh, the houses connect.
Let's see if I've proven myself. Ah, the joy of solving puzzles.
Oh, mappy days. Minstrel? You did it! You fixed the map! Well done! Now I can continue with my bardly descriptions of the town. And the sheep helped the shepherd, and all is well. The bard he can sing, of the town he can tell. Please think nothing of it. I'm just glad we have the map in one piece. Now let me tell you about our proud town. The first thing you should know is that it is round. Right is a baker selling bread for your meal. Left is a weaponsmith sharpening steel. In the north of the town people gather and wait, and I must go soon before it's too late. There definitely seems to be something big going on to the north, Professor. Yes, it would appear so. Look. Let's make sure to have a look a little later. Oh, now this lady. Well, is that a potion shop? Doesn't seem right. I'm not sure.
Oh, Humboy, I'm just so happy.
Why are you so happy?
Well, that should be obvious. Today I get to gaze upon Inquisitor Barnham in all his splendor.
Inquisitor Barnham? What's he like?
Are you serious? I can't believe that
There's a young boy who doesn't know all about Zack Barnum. He's so splendid and handsome and kind. He's just amazing. I'm surprised anyone could be that wonderful. Oh, you'll understand when you see him. He'll be making his appearance soon over on North Parade Avenue. What's that the Uwu speak? Oh, I'm just so happy. I have to go now and see what I will see. What? She seems to have headed north. She said North Parade Avenue, didn't she? Do you think some sort of event will be taking place there? I can't say for certain, but wherever you look, the townspeople certainly do seem excited about something. It could be that some kind of special social event is being held today. Sounds exciting. Let's hurry up and see what's going on. It might be a public execution. Food. The bakery. With some milk. Oh yeah, fish. They're selling saltwater fish. Is this town next to the sea? Do we have a wall somehow in the sea? Wow, a bakery! And it smells so good! If it's the bakery, it won't they're out at the moment, but they should be back soon. That's too bad. But don't you think the taste of the bread has changed a bit recently? And the people working there seem somehow different too. But then, I also feel like they've always been working there. Do you mean to say you're not certain? No, I'm not. It's just that somehow I have the feeling that there are more people working there now. There is something I would like to ask you. How knowledgeable are you about the people of this town? The people, well, I have lived here all of my life, so I guess I know most of them. Why do you want to know? I would just like to know if you have ever met a man named Carmine. Carmine? Sorry, but no, I've never seen or heard of anyone by that name. You've never heard of him? How curious. Do you think he was just going under a different name here? More importantly, shouldn't you two be on your way? Everyone else is already heading there. Is there something else we should be doing? Are you kidding? With all the townspeople getting so excited like this? You two must be waiting as well, right? Why not kill some time with a puzzle? Better. Does he pet cats? There are 6 puppets, each with individually controlled body parts. The controls for each of the puppet's body parts has been separated. Connect each puppet with the correct number of body parts. Each of them has two hands. Now this is a hand. You in the corners. I think I'm getting there. Take a look at this orange. You need another hand. Oh, green!
What you think of this? Professor! I did it!
Pulling the strings is far better than having your strings pulled, don't you think? Bravo! Brilliantly solved! Thank you. So something really is about to happen? Seriously, I don't know. Amazing! To think that there could be anyone in town who could be so clueless. Well, if you don't know, why not come and see for yourselves? As they say, seeing is believing. Or should it be a picture is worth 1,000 words? I'm sure you get what I mean. He could have just told us. This is all a bit exasperating. Well, it looks as if we'll just have to go and see for ourselves. As soon as we've finished looking around, let's head for North Parade Avenue. Sounds good, Professor. Now, let me tell you, it's the same thing. It's a castle. Of course, this is where the blacksmith is. The kids have been hiding coins everywhere. This is definitely the best weapon shop. I could blow a month's pay in this place. This sword, this axe and this mace, and that new shield over there. What more could a knight like me ask for? They all seem to be painstakingly crafted. But I can't help but wonder how a knight would be able to move with all this equipped. A soldier unable to wear this equipment is not fit to be called a knight. What's more, this amount of equipment is but the bare minimum required to effectively oust wrongdoers. Such a knave might come at me just like this. Please don't come at us with the sword. Oh, the shadows. Some of them are fake, probably. I see 4 of my shadows being reflected by the light, where there should be 1. What witchery is this? The shadows are out of sync. And those pillars get in the way. No, I'm not quitting. Trying to catch the desync. Your fists shouldn't be on your sword. This guy's legs are wrong. A or B? Oh. The loop is longer than I thought. What's the difference between these two? A maze. It's a maze. Yeah, I just crossed my eyes at it. It's the bee then. What am I doing?
Let's see if
I had to mark it and click it instead of a submit button.
You should expect no less from a gentleman.
You saw right through that shadowy deception with consummate ease. Such powers of observation are outstanding. If you notice anything untoward, be sure to let me know immediately. Certainly, we'd be pleased to help. Unfortunately, villains tend to be careful too. Recently I've heard many tales about badly behaved youths. Please don't arrest Luke. It seems there are two in particular who are up to no good together. I intend to deal with them before any of the townsfolk fall foul of their misdeeds. Please don't arrest the little kids either. So I must remain on my guard at all times in case they suddenly appear. He's definitely a knightly sort of knight, but these streets seem so peaceful. It's hard to imagine any villains around here. It's a shame. Well, we must hope they apprehend those individuals soon. Let's offer our support too where we can. Right you are, Professor. Did you just throw a cutscene at us? He's come! The teller has come! Quick! We must go and see him on North Parade Avenue! Oh no! I'm late! And I've been meaning to wait from this morning! The center of the town is certainly bustling. Something looks set to start at North Parade Avenue. Everyone's heading that way. Come on, Professor, let's go with them. Anything more to investigate? Can't talk to the person selling the weapons. Alright then. See you next time.